Hi, I'm Brett Wilhelm, and I'm a photographer and video professional here in Boulder, Colorado. And I came up here today to show you my 1992 Toyota Townace 4x4 diesel camper van. Now, this was a Japanese domestic market vehicle, which means it was produced primarily only for Japan. That means that the steering wheel is on the opposite side of what you're used to. It is a 5-speed manual transmission, so that has the Toyota 2C diesel engine. Not particularly powerful, but pretty darn fuel efficient. What I love about this vehicle is the incredible feature set the Japanese were able to pack into a really small footprint. It has a stove, a sink, a fridge, interior and exterior showers. It has hot and cold water. It can sleep up to 4 people, both 2 to 3 down below and 2 up top in the pop top. And it also has a great amount of storage space. The inside can be converted to both a single bed by dropping one of the benches down, or I can remove the table and drop the back of one of the seats into the spot in the center and therefore create almost a queen size bed all down below. Again, you can sleep up top, but I really prefer to sleep below. The vehicle does have propane to run the fridge. It has a diesel heater for use in winter. And so between the propane for cooking and the propane for the fridge, my average draw on the electrical system is actually pretty low. I've added a 200-watt Renogy solar package to the van. The primary draw is recharging some of my equipment, but it's not like I'm running a television in there. I haven't had any problems summer or winter maintaining and topping off the batteries because primarily with the propane, it has a very low draw on the electrical system. I found this van to be a perfect adventure mobile 4 seasons out of the year. Summertime, it's got a pop top, it's got great ventilation, and a lightweight fiberglass shell, which keeps it pretty cool and well insulated against the summer heat. Conversely, in the wintertime, with the top closed, that double wall fiberglass is a pretty good insulator, and with the diesel heater, it actually stays really warm. I've camped down to about -15 up in Vail and been very comfortable all night. Now, my good friend at 41 Fabrications was able to take the corroded original steel ladder and remanufacture it in aluminum, and then built a series of crossbars over to the spare tire carrier where I can mount conventional bike racks or even ski racks in winter, and allows me to carry a lot more stuff, and then the ladder still allows me to get up top to service things on the roof or get in on the upper compartment. I really love the slide out sink and the water supply that's brought right there. I can pull it out, I can shower right there on the side of the van, often under the cover of the awning, and I can also use that as a small cook and prep space when we're outside. The Fiamma awning is really great. It provides that much more shade and covering and floor space when you get set up outside. I'd highly recommend an awning. It creates about a 10 by 10 foot platform of additional usable space that's protected from the elements. Another thing I love is the 4x4 platform and the pretty high clearance of this vehicle. You can turn around on a 1-lane fire road. It's got a low transfer case and really low gearing for crawling up technical terrain. And it's a pretty rugged ladder frame. And so it features the front ASIN manual locking hubs, super reliable. And I've made it on these General Grabber AT2 light truck tires. They've been great for all kinds of conditions. I keep them on year round. They are great in the snow and ice. They're great off-road in the summer. And I even find them very comfortable for highway cruising. I was able to lift the vehicle about 1.5 to 2 inches overall by adding Bilstein struts all around, then maxing out the front torsion bars and using a Toytech Add-A-Leaf spring in the back to bring the whole vehicle up a little bit, adding more space for these larger flotation tires, and then also providing a little more ground clearance. I found this vehicle to be a perfect traveling office for my business, and also a great adventure home base for all kinds of skiing, mountain biking, camping, and everything under the sun. It's been really great to keep this thing packed and ready to go at all times, and it kind of opens up a world of possibilities to get out the door and play. I've certainly gotten used to a slower speed of life driving along. Maxes out about 60, 65 miles an hour on the flats, and certainly slower going uphill, especially at altitude. It's a non-turbo diesel, so when you're going up some of the mountain passes, especially in Colorado, 9, 10, 11,000 feet, you're gonna be with the semis with your flashers on for sure. But in general, traveling around the American West, it's plenty fuel efficient, Cruising at 60 miles an hour is usually plenty, and one of the nice things is because you can't go 70, 80 regularly, there's not real motivation to stay on the interstates. It's not any faster. So you're more motivated to take the back roads, the scenic route, and the state highways, and generally see a lot of things you wouldn't otherwise see. Now, this Japanese domestic market van presents an incredible value here in the US. I was able to bring it in for about $16,000, far below what you'd spend on a Sprinter van or even an old classic Westphalia Syncro. And what you get here is a 4x4 diesel camper van that Toyota and A'm Craft put an incredible feature set into a pretty small footprint.